Hi, I'm Natasha Chang.
And I'm Karolina Chorvath. You're watching this week's news show.
Several robberies are being reported in and around campus. The school's public safety division reports that mostly cell phones have been taken. Several police departments are working together to identify any suspects, and one has been arrested so far. The school is asking students, faculty, and staff to keep alert at all times.
The YMCA on Huntington Avenue is getting a facelift. Northeastern and the YMCA of Greater Boston are setting $100 million to carry out the project. The YMCA is set to update its facilities to make it more energy efficient while preserving its 100-year-old iconic look. Some residents were opposed to the renovations, which delayed construction. Northeastern is moving ahead, hoping to be done by the end of October. Some students currently living in the Y are complaining about the construction noise. The Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs, Marina Maccomer, has stated that construction is not going to stop.
Some news for Northeastern's cycling community this week. Facility staff installed a self-service bike repair stand near the North Tower of West Village A. Purchased with money from the Renewable Energy Fund, the stand has tools to help with common problems from loose chains to low tires. The Student Government Association will evaluate user feedback and usage before adding more.
Northeastern was named the 4th greenest university out of 215 colleges according to a new survey. The Green Metric World University Ranking marked Northeastern 3 years in a row as one of the top 4 green universities in the world. The University of Connecticut took first place. The school reduced its carbon footprint by 26% in the last 8 years. Campus water consumption has dropped 17% since 2005. In this year alone, Northeastern officials plan to install 70 hydration stations as an alternative to bottled water consumption.
The NHL lockout has finally ended. This gives hockey fans less than half of the season that they would normally see.
That's right, only about 3 months rather than 8. With a 48-game season instead of the usual 82-game schedule, we asked students on campus how they felt now that the lockout's over.
The lockout was a little bit ridiculous, and they should just be playing to play instead of trying to get more money.
It was a bummer. Yeah, I'm fortunate that it happened.
I feel like they're always bickering about stuff. Even though we've only had 2 lockouts, they've threatened to lock out a couple other seasons too.
I feel like other sports, they get a lockout and it's like, oh, all they care about is the money. And then they come back and something's messed up with the rules and people are angry. But when hockey happens, it's like, yo, they hit each other and it's real.
We got more people interested or aware about it.
People are probably more excited now to watch the games because they mean a little more because there's only 48 of them.
Hopefully the Caps will win a couple more games. I'm a big Capitals fan, so.
Being from California, San Jose Sharks all the way.
The Bruins winning.
Yeah. Bruins, they're going to win. I'm excited.
Favorite team?
Oh, for sure.
A cappella popularity is on the rise. All 6 NU a cappella groups were showcased at Blackman Auditorium. The show kicked off with the Unisons, the only all-male group on campus. They beatboxed and pelvic thrusted to popular songs. But the biggest crowd pleaser of the night was Pitch Please. This all-female group sported identical sparkly high heels and got the crowd cheering for more. Last but definitely not least, a cappella veterans the Nor'easters closed the show. All 6 groups will be competing in the ICCA, the International Championships of a cappella.
Northeastern University introduced a new graduate campus in Seattle at a recent open house event. Taylor Washburn, Northeastern Seattle's Dean and CEO, revealed programs that will be offered at the school. Some programs include high-demand fields like cybersecurity, health informatics, computer science, and engineering. Visitors ranging from interested students, local businesses, and civic leaders learned about what the university will offer. Like Northeastern's Boston location, some opportunities include online learning and the co-op program.
The MBTA may extend its weekend hours, but with a hefty price tag. The plan is to run until 2 a.m. instead of its current time of 12:45. It's part of Governor Deval Patrick's newly proposed transportation plan, waiting to be approved with the expected costs of $1 billion more in yearly taxes and fees. More students are coming in droves to get their flu shot than ever before.
NUTV's Young Kim tells us how the school has responded to the recent flu epidemic.
1 week after Boston declared a public health emergency, 45-year-old Joseph Correa felt it was time for his first flu shot.
It's really a concern, and that if I don't get a flu shot, for sure I will get the flu.
Thousands are thinking the same, and they're showing up all over the city's clinics. A record-breaking number of students are lining up at Northeastern's clinic.
We're doing anywhere from 300 to more than 500 every day since last Wednesday.
I'm in a lab environment. I don't want to give anyone something, or even if anyone has one, I don't want to get infected.
Demand is so high on campus, physician assistant students had the chance to vaccinate other students.
It's definitely a good feeling, and it's nice for us to get a little confidence.
Despite the campus-wide effort to prevent the flu from spreading, some kids still aren't convinced.
I mean, I'm not more worried than I've ever been before.
I just never really get them anymore, and I'm usually okay.
You know, a lot of kids my age will say, if I get the flu shot, the shot's going to make me sick. Is there any truth to that?
No, that's a big myth that's been circulated. The flu vaccine is made from a very weakened or a dead flu virus, so the flu vaccine cannot give you the flu.
Pharmacy professor Mark Douglas explains that it takes 2 weeks for the vaccine to fully kick in. So until then, it's still risky to touch anything others might come in contact with.
Students are not invincible, and just like anybody else, they should be getting flu shots.
And the school is giving them away for free.
We'll keep giving shots until there's nobody else to give a shot to.
For NUTV, I'm Young Kim.
And that's all we have for you tonight, Northeastern.
Stay tuned again next week for another edition of the NUTV News Show.